Welcome to this channel on magnetic energy, technology, applications, principles, and more. This particular video is about magnetic energy and love. And you may say, well, love, that's a little new agey or preachy or spiritual, but this actually might be the most important, brief, little informal video that I make, because if we do not have a heart-based, love-centered future in technology, then magnetic energy is really not something you want on this planet. So, a quick review, and this is partly in the conventional model. So, we have molecular structures, and then we have our subatomic parts of those molecular structures, and then we have the most important part, and that is the core structures of those subatomic components. Those core structures, and let's throw around the word infinite, those core structures are infinitely complex. They are changing, they have energy flowing in and out of them at an extremely high rate. They are changing, some of them are changing constantly, some of them keep their structures, but also have modifications depending on how the energies interacted with them. A quick example of that would be electricity coming from a nuclear power plant has its core structures influenced, and this will be proven in the future that there is evidence of radioactivity in those core structures that is not present at, let's say, a coal generating station or hydroelectric dam. But let's just, the core structures of the subatomic components, they'll have all your sacred geometrical, 3D sacred geometry formations happening in them. They will be constantly changing and updating. They're infinitely complex, and they are the secret. They are the magic to how the universe works. They're the secret to how life works, and the subtle energies that we all experience within us and around us at all times. So let's move into the human experience for a minute. And from a magnetic energy, this will be from the magnetic energy model. So we have what you could call a thought energy field within us. And in that thought energy field, we can essentially think about anything we want, which is cool. So this is like a field that is capable of transmuting etheric, a relatively neutral etheric energy into any thought forms or polarities that we desire. Now, you can also use, as we know, we can use our thought energy fields to influence or impact our chakra energy centers all over our body. So you can enhance the flow of those chakras, you could clean that energy, you can help create out of those chakra fields by using your thought energy field as an influencer on that. And that's really important. We'll get back to that in a minute. So one of the issues that we see happening around our world today, and that happens very, very often around the planetary systems where lower consciousness or lower vibratory magnetic energy or pulse rates are predominant, you will see that people tend to gravitate toward polarization thinking in their thought energy fields. So people will, and particularly oftentimes with negative emotions, and it could be hatred or whatever it is, anger. And so what happens when people do this and they gravitate toward those polarizations, we are all connected on this planet, whether we all realize it or not, especially from a magnetic energy point of view. We are all intimately connected at a speed beyond space and time. So as a larger number of people start polarizing their thoughts or their feelings or their emotions, that will start to influence mass consciousness and attract more of that energy. But from a global organism point of view, where we're all connected, that will create the need for a balance. That will automatically create a balancing structure that will come out in global expression of consciousness. And so then what happens is you'll go from polarization to polarization in this like endless cycle where you may have things that will occur, and that could be like completely unresolvable conflicts. like, for example, what's happening between different religious factions or racial factions or sexual or anything, any political issues, social economic issues. It could create polarized, unresolvable conflicts from that level of consciousness, from that vibration, as people tend to really hold tightly to polarized thinking, feelings, and emotions. Now, you'll notice something as you are in meditation and you focus on different areas like chakra energy centers in your body, such as your heart center. Your heart center is not like our thought energy fields. It's not like that. Our heart energy centers are universally connected. And when you get into those subatomic core structures, the heart energy center is highly connected to a very high vibratory rate to our, what you might call our super consciousness or our soul consciousness. Now, that's really true consciousness in the sense that it senses everything around, and it senses the interconnectivity to other beings, to other life, to all life in the universe. That heart chakra energy, that remains relatively neutral. It has polarity settings in it, and as we tune into it with our thought energy fields, and we tune into that heart chakra center, we can get glimpses and clues and insights and knowledge about the true paths that we have chosen, not only as individuals but as a global network, as a global species. So that, think about love in the heart energy chakra and how that love is an open, accepting energy. When you get into that feeling like where you can accept other people, you are open to universal energy. That is a very neutral feeling. That's a very neutral thought. And as we tune into that heart chakra center, that energy is neutral. Now, the power of that is, as we let that energy guide our lives, guide our destiny, guide our evolution, we do not create polarizations that need to be counterbalanced. As a global entity, as a global organism, we are moving forward in a relatively neutral energy, and the beauty of that is, with your heart energy chakra, is there is a tremendous amount of universal energy that gets attracted into that heart energy chakra. It is a very, very large field, and as we tap into that, our consciousness expands in that field, and that allows our thought energy field to synchronize with our heart energy field. And there's a lot of people that have studied this and talked about this, but from a magnetic energy point of view, we're talking about a synchronization of magnetic pulse rates and magnetic polarities and subatomic core structure synchronization. That's where the magic happens, because then as our thoughts synchronize with that heart energy center, our expanded consciousness then tunes into what our true calling is, what our heart decisions are, what the path is that we've chosen in these physical bodies. As these physical avatars are expressed in this world, we can tune into the path that we've chosen for them at a much higher, at a super consciousness level. So that heart energy center becomes the guiding force, the guiding dominant energy in the future. And creating from that heart energy center is the future of humanity. It's the future of technology. It is the creative center that allows technology like magnetic energy to be developed and expanded upon, and really moved into so many countless directions. Now, here's the next level of that, and this is where society is heading, with steps of enlightenment occurring, with changes in magnetic polarities and magnetic core structures and magnetic pulse rates happening on the planet. As people become more tuned into their heart centers, their expression in the world becomes more neutral, and those polarization thinkings become less dominant. So there's less response or automatic response in our global entity field to create an opposing polarity of that. So we become free from that yin and yang polarizing counterbalancing field that goes back and forth and back and forth with the global system trying to reach balance. We exude an expression of balance in the world through that type of love that is accepting, that is open, that is all inclusive. Now, when you have people that synchronize in their vibrations at that subatomic core structure, and they synchronize in that, and their heart energy centers come together, that's when very powerful future magic will unfold, and you will see abilities, you will see expressions of love, you will see expressions of creativity, expressions of technology, and something that we don't really see in this world, but we're getting a sense of it. You get a sense of it when you have a special connection with someone, when you have a heart connection with someone. But as our vibration raises on this planet, and as consciousness evolves on this planet, that expression will become the dominant force of society, and people will seek out that heart connectivity because it takes our evolution and our progression to the next level and allows us to create experiences that we could only dream of at this lower level of consciousness. So heart-centered evolution, heart-centered technology is the future of humanity, and it's vital even right now for us to tune into our heart centers, to tune into that greater expression of love in meditation, in group meditation, and in meditation by ourselves, and to have that expression become part of this world, to stop focusing on such highly polarized thinking, feeling, and emotion, get into more of a neutral expression through our heart centers, and let that be the dominant force. Our chakras are like step-down transformers. They will take neutral etheric energy that is a high vibration, and they will bring it down into this expression of our energy body and our physical bodies, the synchronization of those bodies, and the feeding of those energies at specific points in our bodies. They each have slightly different subatomic core structure configurations that give them different purposes and identity that allow those chakras to serve various purposes in our energy fields, in our awareness, in how we express in the physical world. And that particular energy is something that we will tune into so carefully that we will learn to modify and change those subatomic core structures to heal ourselves, to produce more enlightenment, to connect with each other through communication and healing, and then ultimately to express our love and our heart chakras in a way that is revolutionary to the human race, and also opens us up to connect us to the universe at large, to our brothers and sisters and other beings throughout the universe that are already in that space. So, magnetic energy and love, magnetic energy in the heart center, the heart energy center, that's the key to the future. And thank you for watching this, and thank you for being committed to opening up your heart center, to focusing on that energy, tuning into it, and raising your consciousness and your vibration with a neutral, heart-loving space and energy. And I wish you the best, and we'll see you in the next time. Thank you.